Brendan Ladwig and Amber Jackson were in the middle of preparations for their upcoming wedding when their Sunshine Coast house caught fire and burned down. The couple and their 2 children escaped, but they lost nearly everything. Still, they plan to go ahead with the wedding this weekend. Friends and family are now stepping up to help them with the wedding and with rebuilding their lives. While Brendan and Amber are on the line with us now. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
What a week it's been for you. Brendan, take us back to when you first realized your house had caught fire.
Well, we woke up sometime around 2 o'clock. We actually had a friend that came and stayed over with us that night, and she and her 4 children were sleeping with our daughter in the back bedroom, and she came in and woke us up, letting us know that the garage was on fire, a separate garage from the house. And we all then proceeded to get out of the house. And I did everything that I could to remove any vehicles and camper and things from around the structures as much as I could. And at that point realized that, we were going to need some clothes on our back. So I rushed back in the house as it was starting to catch on fire too, and grabbed as many clothes and laundry hampers and things that I could, and got out and then managed to remove the camper with all of our stuff in the back of the truck from the front yard. And then neighbors started showing up at that point, and then we decided to try and fight it as best as we could. And meanwhile, Amber had ran up to another neighbor's house and asked them to phone our local fire department, that knowing that we're not in a catchment area for the SCRD or Gibson's, we knew that the local private business in our area was our only hope. So that phone call was made, and we didn't receive the speediness that we'd hoped, but we proceeded to try and fight the fire as best as we could ourselves.
How quick before help did arrive?
It was about 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours?
Yeah.
So how much was left of your house at that time?
Not much.
Oh, my goodness. Amber, I want to bring you in on the conversation. So Brendan sounded like he was pretty proactive, moving vehicles, getting clothes. What were you doing, and what was going through your mind?
My girlfriend, my maid of honor, had just showed up, and she took my kids and her kids and just left immediately. I didn't want my kids watching what was happening. And I just was helping the neighbors, getting the neighbors together, and everybody was trying to get garden hoses and get water, and everybody just kept coming and telling me that nobody was coming to help us. It was just really just hard to sit there and watch that happen.
Well,
just knowing that nobody was coming, like just hearing nobody's coming. It's just, you just hope in a situation like this that somebody's going to help, and I want to thank, the fire department, that when they got there, they did everything they could. There wasn't anything left to do other than to protect our neighbor's house, and thank God her house didn't go up too, and I'm so grateful that they, and the neighbors together prevented that from happening. I would have hated this to happen to anybody else.
Well, I can understand your reaction in terms of protecting your children first. So Brendan was thinking about, we're going to need something to put on our backs. We're going to need some clothes. Was there anything that you wanted to get out of the house?
Well, I mean, we've been working on this wedding for, a year. Everything. The only thing that wasn't in the house was my wedding dress. Luckily, that was at my mom and dad's already. But our rings and all of the decorations, all the time and energy and effort, and, Brendan had just been laid off from the mill, within the last year, and was getting back into contracting, and every tool he had is gone. Everything's gone. We don't have anything left. So that's a pretty sobering thought, trying to figure out, not only do we not have a home, like my husband, doesn't have the means to go out and make money anymore, and it's really quite scary.
I should say, understandable for sure. Brendan, any idea what started this fire? So it was in a garage that's not connected to the house.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, my best guess is it was an electrical fire. It happened in the center of the garage, so that is where, most of, plugs and lights and those kinds of things are. And, it is an older home, or was an older home. My best guess would be electrical. It was quite quick. We were actually in the garage an hour before it actually happened.
So you lost all your tools. You've lost most of everything in your home. Did you have insurance?
No,
because when we went to apply for insurance, we were told we weren't in a fire protection area. And that the best bet we had was to ask for a letter of assurance from the local private business that does have its own fire crew. And in doing that, at the time when we were applying, the letter that we received from neighbors was not necessarily up to date. And so when we asked for a new letter, it was relayed to us that we weren't going to be receiving that letter, and so then the local insurance company wasn't going to insure us because it wasn't up to date.
Oh my goodness! So let's look forward now, shall we? And tell me about some of the support you've received from family and friends, and the fact that you're going ahead with the wedding plans this weekend, Amber.
Yeah, well, I am really excited to marry my best friend, and there's nobody in the world I'd rather go through this with than him. And I know that right now we don't know what's going to happen, but I know that it'll be okay. The support from our neighbors, and like I said, from the fire department when they got there, everybody did everything they could, and everybody's been so supportive. The community's really come together. We took the kids out for dinner last night, and like someone we didn't even know just paid for our supper just because they'd heard about what had happened to us, and just the outpouring is really amazing. We just feel so blessed to live in a small town where everybody looks after each other, and I really want everybody to know how much we appreciate their time and energy and effort and just their love, and we're feeling it, and thank you so much.
And Brendan, your thoughts about the support you've received?
It's been great. It's pretty shocking to know that there are so many people in the community that are willing to help at a moment's notice, and we obviously want to say thank you to all those people that were there helping us at the time, and thank you to the firefighters on the crew. They did an amazing job at the time that they were there. We just sort of feel that it's too bad it couldn't have happened a bit sooner.
And there is a GoFundMe page, from what I understand. What can you tell me about that?
My sister just wanted to do something to help us. My parents, I called my mom, and right away after the kids left, like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and my mom and my dad came down just to be there with us. Just for the support, and my sister was home, and she started the GoFundMe page just because she wanted to be able to do something to help too. So the GoFundMe page is Help the Ladwigs family, and that's where anybody can find it if they're interested.
The Ladwig family. Okay, well, you've got your wedding dress intact, you've got your children, they're safe, and you've got each other. So congratulations on that. Enjoy your weekend, and here's to a brighter future for you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Brendan Ladwig and Amber Jackson. They live in Port Mellon on the Sunshine Coast.